Okay.
And we are live for episode 2 of the Be Ready Sports podcast. And we want to thank everyone that's here that showed up yesterday. And as you can see, there's 3 people on our screen, and we have a special guest here for episode 2. So, Carlos,
Yes, sir, Tony.
let's go ahead and introduce our audience to our special guest today.
All right. Pretty good episode 1, but now let's get into episode 2. All right. Our guest on this show, he's a 10-year-old basketball player that played for almost 2 years. His program that he currently plays in is the San Antonio Fadeaway. He's in 4th grade, class of 2033. He's been to the Stars Are Born camp in Houston, Texas. He's also played with BNU and Houston Hoops. His hobbies are playing video games, swimming, and hanging out with his friends. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the one and only Jace Valdez.
What's up, guys?
We're going
So,
to get an audio for the clap soon, man. Just
yeah, we
baby
do.
steps, baby steps, baby steps. Welcome to the show, Jace. We want you to relax, have fun, and enjoy the ride.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
This is also historic because even though he's the second guest on our show, he is the first youth athlete that we've had on our show.
Yes, he is.
So it's a huge deal. We're excited to have Jace. You guys gonna get to know him pretty good at the end of this episode. We like to promote talented youth athletes, and Jace is one of them. He's one of the most talented 4th graders out there. So we're super excited to have Jace on the show. So, Jace, tell us a little bit about your basketball story. What made you decide to pick up a basketball?
But so first, I started with Coach Justin. Premier was basically the Devil Dogs when it used to be, and then I went there. From there, I went to San Antonio Fadeaway program, and I've been there for almost 2 years.
For 2 years? Okay. Did you play any organized basketball
I I
before
also
there?
played football too, though.
Football. Okay. Yeah, Carl. We love talking football. If you watched the show yesterday, boy, I couldn't end the show. They were so into that football topic.
Yeah, I know him and him, Bruce, and the Transformers, Steve, everyone else was talking about football. Like, you couldn't even end the show.
So that funny that you mentioned football. You and Carlos have a lot of that in common. You played a little football yourself, didn't you, Carlos?
I did. I played when I was younger. Played middle school flag football in 7th and 8th grade. Then past 8th grade, I just focused on basketball.
So how long did you play for?
Flag football, I would say, probably.
You could say like all the times you've played football. Like it doesn't have to be like flag and tackle. It can be like everything combined.
I just play flag, no tackle.
Oh,
I played in 8th grade, 7th grade. I played some organized flag football, like when I was in elementary school. So yeah,
Awesome, awesome. See, Jace, you got we We gonna have to have you on here hosting this show one day
Y-
because
eh,
he's got that. He's ready. He's ready. Look,
Yeah, I
he's
know.
he, he's
He's a smart
ready.
kid. He's a smart kid.
Yeah, he is. I bet you're on a roll, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Straight A's. I have straight A's.
That's that.
Straight
That
A's.
yeah, that is awesome. And when we get through, I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna get that information from your parents so we can promote that because we love that we love to promote athletes also in their academics. So if you're on a roll, yeah, we want to celebrate that. So let's give him another applause for that. Good job.
Thank you.
Of course, of course, of course. So I'm going to let Carlos start this. I know he has a few questions for you.
Yes, I do. But before we get into the questions, Tony, I have a little concern about you. The Lakers just lost to T Wolves. They're down 3-1.
What? They were just up 10 like 2 minutes ago. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
they're down 3-1. I don't know if they're coming back. Yeah, that Lakers in 7.
I'm
Uh,
surprised they're not. I'm
Oh my
surprised they're not winning because I feel like the Lakers are way better than the Timberwolves.
yeah, they are, but like the T Wolves, Anthony Edwards, they're just something different.
He's just going off right now.
Yeah,
He's going
See,
crazy.
see, Jace, this is what I got to deal with. Stuff like this. See, see, this is what I got to deal with on a daily basis.
shout out to
You know,
Bruce. What's good, fellas?
Talking about he's late because he was watching the Lakers take a L. It's all good. It's
All right. So back to Jace. Okay, so Jace. All right. So we talked about this yesterday, but for our live viewers, which side of the ball you like playing better, offense or defense?
Defense.
You like playing defense, and why defense?
Because like when you steal the ball, like do something good on defense, and you don't let the person go past you, the crowd starts to get hype, and like the offensive player starts to get down and stuff.
Definitely, definitely a big momentum shift on defense. Like, yeah, yeah, the defense definitely starts a momentum shift. Definitely. All right, Tony,
yeah.
you got a question?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We love that defense. Maybe you can go call JJ Redick after this game and teach them how to play defense.
Yeah,
And
I
also,
know.
defense wins games too.
Yeah, another reason why you need to call JJ. But I'm glad you mentioned defense, Jace. We are going to
Uh,
show the audience here a little bit of you in action playing defense, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about it. So let's go. So you can talk us through this. There you go with another steal. Um, cut off block right there. That was good. That's the next level. Good
and
finish.
and one should have been an and one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the refs
Snatching.
there kind of suck.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Good way to attack the basket. There you go.
Oh,
Nice bucket. Snatching Reeves. Kick out.
oh, nice
Way to
look.
find a big.
Yeah, and I also love passing the ball too.
Oh yeah, here you go, clutch with the free
Getting
throws.
getting assist.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Oh,
Whoop, coming in there like Ed Reed, coast to coast.
hey, there you go.
Hey, look at you. They got that ball hawk right there. Good outlet. Oh, I like the way he cut back middle. Ooh, pop up J. Damn, that is some some good stuff, especially from a fourth grade team. So yeah, those were fourth grade highlights, guys. And so shout out to Jace, man. You Bruce, who's in the chat right now,
Oh yeah.
will say you look like somebody that plays free safety. He's a Ravens fan, so you look like someone that he knows all too well that we're in war number two, not zero. Number 20. His name is Ed Reed, who used
Mhm.
to
Uh,
track the ball like that. So you did mention football. So I'm assuming that you've played safety before too. Am I right?
I played safety and I mostly played all positions, but the positions I mostly played was running back and linebacker.
So he likes to get in the mix and bring that hat.
Yep, definitely.
Oh yeah. So which one is your favorite position out of the two?
Basketball, probably.
No, of the football positions that you played.
Yes, sir.
Which one did you like, linebacker or safety?
Probably linebacker, cause when like the running back comes down like the middle or like outside, you're like there to get a big hit.
Oh yeah, and I bet you got pretty a lot of those, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. What is the um what is the biggest hit that you remember that you delivered on somebody?
Uh, Probably when I there was a kid blocking me and I threw him off of me, and right when the running back before he got the ball, I hit him, and yeah, our team scored a touchdown off of that.
Nice, nice.
I think I injured him.
Oh my goodness. Do
Wow.
you lift weights?
No, sir. I'll do that when I get older.
Yeah, save it when you get older. Yeah.
You do push-ups?
Yes, sir. I do push-ups.
What is your max?
Probably like 100
Oh
or
my
so.
goodness. Dang, he knocking out a hundred, Carlos.
Yeah, well, he can't do weights right now. Well,
If I
at
did
his
weights
age.
right now, it'd probably make me short.
Yeah, that's what they say. Like, that's like a theory saying that. Like, yeah.
So getting back on defense, Carlos,
What's up?
you know a little something about defense, don't you?
I do.
Oh yeah, so tell Jace about your experiences playing defense.
Okay, so first let's take out that comment first because I want you to see my username, the enforcer. All right. So when I played with my first child team, right, I was a short, chubby kid, right? I was a short, chubby kid, and every time when there was a loose ball, I would dive on it. Like even if the other team, if they clearly had it, I would still dive on it.
Yeah, that's what
So
I did too.
yeah. So my coach gave me the nickname of Enforcer. So he nicknamed me Enforcer. Then I put the D on there because of defense, and then boom, as you see, the Enforcer 33, and 33 was my number, like that I kept there in trial basketball.
When you would play defense, who was like the tallest guy you had to go against?
Tallest guy. So sometimes when you get older, they run pick and rolls, right? They run pick and rolls, and sometimes you need to switch.
Yeah.
So I would have to guard sometimes centers. I would sometimes have to guard centers that are like above 6'5", and I'm like 5'7". So so w- so what you would do is basically get low and stand your ground, basically, and put your hands in their face and just hope they miss.
Yeah.
They make, they miss, they miss.
Yeah. You can't really do nothing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but looking at your highlights out there when they get low and get into that press, you be in their jersey. You don't even give them a chance to shoot, Jace. So what goes through your head when you're up top and that ball handler is coming at you? Like what
He's
what
not
goes through what goes through your head right there?
he's not gonna get past me or score on me.
Right.
I,
So
I
what
like
what
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I told you that. We gonna have to get a bark in here because when we have a player on the show that got that dog in them, we
Okay.
gotta we gotta acknowledge that with the bark. But we're not
Yes.
gonna do that though. We're not gonna do that today. But that's gonna be on the to do list. Thanks to Jace.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit. We know that to be on a high level playing basketball, to be on top of your opponent, that you have to have great preparation. So tell us how you prepare. You don't have to don't give your secrets now. No, we don't want to give your secrets, but tell us how you prepare for your tournaments.
So like first I wake up and I usually eat something to get some energy inside me, and like that makes me feel like not tired like when I get up. It and yeah, I usually eat something to give me energy.
Okay, and that's good. And often do you train?
Like maybe twice a week or
Twice a
three
week,
times a week.
3 times a week? Okay. And what do you work on? Do you just when do you just work on, I know you said you do your push-ups and everything, but what about your ball handling? Do you work on your handles
Yes,
on
sir.
during the week, your jump shot? Um
I have basketball 2 times a week in
mhm.
practice, and we usually work on our ball handles, shooting, and then after that we usually scrimmage.
Oh, okay. Okay, Carlos, I know a little bit about those weeks, those tough weeks.
Yes,
Um
definitely.
Share with Jason a little bit about your workout routine.
So on Mondays, we have weight training at the school. After school, we would have weight training. So that's basically what I would do on Mondays. Sometimes I would go in the backyard, shoot on Mondays. Tuesdays, I have practice with my child team. Wednesdays, depending if we have a tournament, like if like this weekend, I have a tournament this weekend. So I will have practice on Wednesday. So that's what on Wednesday I would do weight training and practice on Wednesdays. Thursdays, same thing, weight training and practice. Fridays, it's a little bit of a light day, shoot it in the backyard and stuff like that. Then Saturdays, Sundays, showtime.
I usually do like practice 2 times a week and then training 3 times a week.
Yeah, very good.
How many shots do you normally get up a day?
200 and plus.
200
200.
plus.
Oh yeah. Because
I
for
go
you
to
to
I go to shoot 360.
Shoot, okay.
oh, okay. You ever shoot one of that's they have those what do you call those,
Like
Carlos?
machines, like
The
where
Shooting
machines.
machines.
they
Yeah.
throw you the ball and you don't have to like go get your rebounds and stuff.
Yeah, they keep track of your shots and your percentage and
Yeah,
everything.
and they put a net around it.
Yeah. Do you remember what your best shooting percentage was on that?
Probably in the 70s.
Oh, okay,
Like,
Pretty good.
that's pretty
and
good.
I also train with Coach Coop.
All right.
He's the one that works with you on your shot and your ball handling and all that.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome. But you know, I have to ask, you know, because if I like you, I give you a nickname. Carlos will tell you that.
Yes.
So I came up with a name for you. I know you're like, why are you telling me this while we live? Don't embarrass me, man. But I came up with a because you know you rock the braids. You have that swag about you when you on the court. You like nothing. It's like nothing phases you. And I wish I could show the other clip, but I couldn't because of the music. That'll show how your swag is on the court. It's like nothing bothers you. So I came up with a nickname for you. Tell me what you think about this, Jason Carlos. I think I want to call you Swaggy J.
Swaggy J.
Swaggy J. What you think about that nickname?
I like it
Yeah,
uh,
What?
because I'm swaggy and like Jace, like for J, like if like J, because like it starts like with that.
yeah, man. Cause I watched the clip I know in the future now, this is to make sure that I tell everybody to strip the music off before they send it to me. So second episode you learn.
Yes, sir.
So, but because that highlight video shows a lot of your swag on the court,
Yes, sir.
and one of those one of those clips I noticed I noticed you have that dribble pickup down, but one of those caught my attention. Like when you split the defense, you had two defenders on you closing in, and you did the dribble pickup, but in the same time, before you put the ball down, with the same hand that you did the dribble pickup with, you hit a perfect bounce pass to your big that got a layup. I
Yes,
know
sir.
you shake. I know you know which one I'm talking about. So so tell me a little bit of about that move. Like is you've done it, you did it a lot in those clips. So you got that down. So tell me who taught you that, and how often did you work on that move?
Uh, I really work on it like at practice and when I like play, but like I do it because when two defenders come at me, I know like that someone's open.
Okay. And we have a question for you in the chat, Jace. This is strictly for you. I'm gonna put it
Oh,
on the screen.
okay.
And this is my brother though. He's down there in Huntsville. He's not too far from you. Shout out Travell Beats by the One production. He does a lot of the soundtracks for me in the past, and I'm gonna have him call in later so he can tell you a little bit about what he does. So shout out to Travell. That's my brother. Been knowing him forever. But his question is for you, Jace. He says, do you ever come down to Houston to play in any tournaments? And he would love to come see you play.
Yes, sir. I come down to play tournaments for Houston, but I mostly go to Houston for like the Houston Texans and stuff like the sports.
But you did go down there um,
And my
for
dad's also and my dad's also from there.
shout out to Alex. Peep your head in. Peep your head in, Dad. Shout out. That's the that's the man behind Jay's success. We always want to shout out the parents because if it wasn't for you guys, these youth athletes wouldn't have the opportunities that they have. And I know you guys work hard for what you do to provide for them. So we always want to give shout outs to the parents. So shout out to you, Alex.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Um, but in your introduction, Carlos, I'm gonna let you ask that question about the camp that he went to in Houston. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and lead that one.
Yeah. So Jay, so talk about the camp that you went to, the Stars Are Born camp in Houston.
It was like a Houston camp, and there was like it was all on top. Like the people there was great competition and stuff.
Did
Okay.
you
Yep. And we won there. We won a ring and stuff.
Okay,
awesome?
that's good.
Did you meet any did you meet
And
any
top people in the
friends?
country were there, and also like famous people were there.
Oh, okay. Tell us about some of the ones that you were able to meet.
Uh, I didn't get to meet them. It's that they by the time I got there, the game was already over and stuff. The celebrity game was over and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
But did you compete against any of the top players
Yes,
that you
sir.
know on Instagram?
Yes, sir. Tyler Burns, um, Flight, uh, Cannon, and Braxton, and a whole bunch of people else.
Okay. And I know like these
Right.
camps they love to do the 1v1s out there. Did
Oh
you
yeah.
get any 1v1s with any of them?
No, it was all like 5v5s and stuff.
What? They didn't do no 1v1?
No.
Yeah.
And I had Keelan on my team, and another teammate who was on my team is Cam.
Oh, okay. Oh, that played with fadeaway
Yeah.
with you.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So, Carlos, you've been to a couple of these camps too.
Yes, I have.
Uh, you
What's
got
the biggest tournament you've been to?
Biggest tournament? Let me see. Let me think of that one. Probably the biggest tournament I've been to is the Bob Gibbons tournament in Atlanta. That's probably the biggest tournament because that was around live period. The coaches are there. You play against great competition. Like my first game, like that was my first tournament ever out of state
Mm.
ever. So, and our first game was against a circuit team, Team Huncho. That's that team's owned by Quavo, Team Huncho.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, yeah, that team basically smoked us by 25.
oh my goodness.
What grade were you in when that happened?
That was last year, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it was good that you were able to experience that. But you see here, we don't just on the Be Ready Sports podcast. We don't just talk about our highs. We talk about our lows too because they're
Yeah.
learning experiences. So
Yep.
there was one thing. So we're gonna discuss your squad here, fadeaway, and I have some pictures here to show that you can so you can talk about it. But so currently right now that's your squad, fadeaway, right?
yes, sir.
And shout out to your boy Keelan, um, and his podcast, Keys to Another Level. Yeah, we gave you a shout out, Key. Um, but he talked. Well, but I remember watching his podcast. He talked about you guys dubbed a team so bad, and you guys dropped a hundo on them.
I
100.
didn't.
A
Yeah,
hundred,
I
yeah.
wasn't playing in that game. That was either fifth or sixth grade,
Oh, okay.
and they ended up winning that game. And like the next game, they beat like a team like 80 something to like six or something like that. And
So yeah,
that's how like our fourth grade teams play too. We like destroy teams out there.
but you do play up though, right? You do
Yes,
play up
sir. I
fifth and
do play
sixth
up.
grade, right? So um what was your biggest margin of victory? Like how worst it? What was the worst that you ever beat a team by?
Probably like, yeah, like the other fifth grade team, like probably in like something in the 80s.
Jeez.
Or like we beat a team like 80 something, and I don't even think they scored.
And for our viewers, they even with those large victories, they do not press all game. This is
No.
majority half court defense. So shout
Yes.
out, give a shout out to your coach because he has you guys locked in. Give a
Yeah,
shout out to your coach.
Coach Kiso, and Coach Coop.
Shout out to you guys, man, because
Yes, sir.
you're one of the rare organizations that teaching your boys right. So yeah, you got these guys locked in, and Key is amazing on defense. But speaking of so tell us here, which should have blew this up. So there you guys, champions, and these are your coaches, right? That you just gave the shout out to,
Yes,
Coach
sir.
Key.
Yes, sir. Coach Kiso's the one on the left, and Coach Coop's the one on the right.
Okay, and which tournament is this?
This was in we ball San Antonio.
Oh, okay. And who did you guys play in that championship?
Chosen Hoops and Blue Bloods. Space City Blue Bloods. And I think, and they're both from Houston. And the first team I said, Houston Hoops, Houston Chosen Hoops, like were ranked above us.
Oh, okay. And so what was the tell us a little bit about that championship game that you had in this tournament where you guys pulled it out.
Uh, it was great. Like in the beginning, it was like rowdy and stuff, and it went back and forth. And we like after like halftime, then we started to like pull away and stuff. and we ended up winning.
Awesome,
But they
amazing.
but they were a great team.
Of course, if they made it to the championship, they had to be a great team. And we have here, this is you,
Yes, sir.
um, attacking the rim. Do you remember this tournament here?
Yeah, that. That's the team. That's the team chosen hoops, and I think right there on that play I got an and one.
Yeah, it looks like it, because yeah, it looks like it. You had them beat. You used your speed, and I'm assuming their big was coming down. That's not in the frame,
Yeah.
and got you with that and one.
No, the player next to me, he's the one who found me, and I got the and one off of him.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So that's what happens when you let the offense beat you. You reach, and then you taught them a lesson, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Here, it looks like you got another defender in what we call in my era the popcorn machine. He's jumping for joy. So do you remember
Interesting.
anything about this play? Because you got him dancing out there.
Yeah, and that's the Blue Bloods. They're also a great team too.
Yeah. So you remember anything about this play? Looks like you were about to go in for a layup.
I got another and one on that play too.
By the defender here that was jumping, or the one behind you.
The one behind me, he came behind me, and then he like, he didn't like slap me, but he like, it was like a little push, and then I got like the and one.
Right. And he's out of frame, but you guys can't see Mr. Key back there.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cute.
that's that's who he was talking about earlier that he
Yes,
went to the
sir.
camp with.
Yes, sir.
Um, Carl, you got any comments about this picture, Carlos? Because I've seen you do this to defenders a
Yeah, no.
lot.
Yeah. Was that a Euro step you went into or just a normal 1-2?
No, that was a Euro step.
Euro step into an and one. I like that. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I've seen Carlos do this to a lot of defenders.
Yeah.
My brother said you guys uniforms look like Charlotte, the Charlotte
Yeah, but
Hornets.
we weren't wearing them, but we got new uniforms, and we last weekend we played like a tournament, and from there we haven't got them yet, but we're supposed to get new uniforms for them for that tournament.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I know they're gonna be swaggy, ain't they, Swaggy J?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can't tell who you were playing in here, but I know that you were locked in. Uh, looks like you're on defense on this play.
I think that was another tournament. Like that was the tournament that I said earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, this right here, your favorite defense. So tell us a little bit about this play right here. It looks like you were getting ready to get that steal and
Yeah,
push that fast break.
he tried to pass it through the ball, and I jumped up and I like blocked the pass, and then one of my teammates came up and I passed the ball to them for a layup.
Awesome, awesome.
Awesome.
And shout out to my big man Josiah, he's behind me.
Oh, right here.
Yeah,
Shout out to you, Josiah. You,
yeah, and
you,
he's super tall. He's like tall as my dad. He's taller than my dad, I believe.
Oh,
oh my
wow.
goodness. And he's in the fourth grade.
Yes, sir. He goes to my school.
I know what it feels like to have kids taller than you.
All right.
Yeah, like your little big brother,
Yes, sir.
Carlos.
Who,
Like
me?
your little yeah, like your little big brother.
Yeah, he's grown.
Growing.
He's
That,
grown.
that boy's forehead almost touching the ceiling.
Yeah, he grown for some reason.
And this right here, um, This was the one that you had with the at the Wii Ball championship, right? I had the one with the team picture, but for some reason it didn't
We
want to. It didn't convert over.
in that tournament, we were down at halftime. We went and get Future and at halftime in San Antonio, and we were down 16 at halftime, and then we came back and won the game. We won by a buzzer beat, not like a buzzer beater, but like a game-winning layup by my teammate. Shout out to Des Howard too.
I like that. I like it. You're giving the shout out to your teammates, man.
I like that.
That is
Yeah.
that is that is that is very good, man. I like that too. But we call you Swaggy J for a reason. Are you a sneakerhead, Swaggy J?
Yes, sir.
What is your what is your go to shoes, man? When you have to play.
Kobe's probably,
Nice.
and
Why
I
Kobe?
because he I just love the way his shoes are, and the shoes kind of make me feel like I'm actually playing like him and stuff.
Shout out to the late great Kobe Bryant. You
Yeah.
retired
Def-
almost 10 years and you still inspiring the next generation. Shout out to the late great Kobe Bryant.
yeah, definitely.
I think, and well, Carlos,
What
are
shoes do
you
you
are you?
wear? What
Yeah, I knew
what
I knew that was
colors
coming.
do you? What shoes do you
I
wear during games?
I'm not really specific in my shoes, but I do wear LeBrons when
Yeah,
I play.
I mostly wear LeBrons.
Yeah.
The yeah, I just got some new LeBrons. They're like the Monopoly ones.
Oh,
Uh
okay.
oh, we
That's
got to
cool.
pause. We got to pause right there.
Oh,
Bruce, if
wait,
you're
what?
still in the chat, if you're
What?
still in the chat, you said you never met anyone that wore LeBrons. You met two. You met two people that wear LeBrons, Bruce. So I'm gonna have this receipt for you. So anyway, if you ever say that again, I'm gonna pull up this footage, and I'm like, no, you got two hoopers here that wear LeBrons, Bruce.
Yep,
Shout out to Bruce though. He's comedy. He's a good guy.
definitely.
Um, and and lastly, there's your boy Key. Shout out to Key
Okay.
if you're watching.
Yes, sir.
Um, Shout out to Key. I know he has a big tournament today.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Never mind. Nothing.
He said, so looks like here so you guys got team shoes. I see.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about that. Like how did you guys get these team shoes and you know and the brand of the shoe and everything. Tell us a little bit about
Everyone like got them. We didn't like plan it and stuff. It's that people like the shoes, and like almost like the whole team has those shoes now.
it. Okay. So are you guys sponsored?
No, we're sponsored by Steezy.
Steezy. Okay. Shout out to Steezy for
Shout out to
sponsoring.
Steezy.
Yeah, shout out to Steezy for sponsoring Fadeaway Hoops. Got these boys looking good, and I always say, right, Carlos, if you look good, you play good.
You play good, they pay good.
Yes, 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 yes. So we talked about your a little bit of your tournaments that you've played, and you've done very well
Yes,
with
sir.
them. But you did say that you played a little football, right?
Yes, sir. I played a little football for the corner state Warriors. The Warriors.
Okay. And how long have you been playing with them?
Like a year and a half.
A year and a half. Now, how would you guys do?
We did good. We were close, but we came one game away from the championship.
Yeah. And what and Do you play both tackle and flag, or just flag, or
I
just
played
tackle?
both tackle and flag.
All right, I gotta ask you, Swaggy J. I gotta ask you, which one do you like better? Do you like putting on those pads, or do you just like flag and just use your speed and go out there and kill?
Tackle because I like hitting people hard and like when I'm running back, chucking them and stuff.
I love that answer. Shout out to Swaggy J, man. He
Yep.
he. When he straps that chin strap on, he gonna let y'all linebackers know you in for a long day, because he's not running away from you. He's running to you to truck you. So you play running back, so I know there's got to be a running back that inspires you. Who's the running back that inspires you?
Joe Mixon, probably
Joe
from the
Mixon.
Joe
Houston Texans.
Mixon. Okay, and what do you like about Joe Mixon?
Because he likes taking contact. Like when he like, instead of like going outside and like does it like contact, he likes to hit people and run through them.
Yeah. So Carlos, football is your language.
Well, yeah, kind
Foot,
of.
Football
Yeah.
is your language.
Yes.
So so talk to talk to Jace about we have a little, thanks to Carlos.
What happened?
He found some footage. Let's
Yes,
see
I
if
do.
it's there. While I'm pulling up the footage here, it did not. Here we go. When you play flag, what's the we got some footage here from you playing flag. So I'm gonna bring this up. We're gonna show you the clip, and then I want to have you tell us about it. Damn. And there you go, speed racing.
So
So tell us about that clip there. What was the name of the team that you were playing for?
the Eagles and we were the Chiefs.
Okay.
And what I did is like my dad always tells me not to like stop before the flag gets pulled until you hear like the whistle or something.
Oh, that's good advice. That's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You keep running. You keep trucking until you hear that whistle.
Yes, sir.
But oh gosh, look who's here.
We were playing for the Kansas City Chiefs and we played the Eagles.
Oh, okay. So tell us about that play. It looks like you almost got closed in, but you got loose and ran for that touchdown.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about that play.
Uh, since when they both came at me, I had to like hit the spin move. Cause if I did like a juke, there was like another kid coming, and when you spin, it makes it harder for the flags to get pulled.
See, they call me Laker Nation, Jace.
Yep.
See, yeah, they call me Laker Nation. Shout out to Steve, the king of my chat. Shout out to Steve.
Yeah. Shout out Steve.
I know Steve. We over here interviewing the great Swaggy J, little Jace Valdez.
And shout
You
out
know,
to Coach Patrick because he was my coach for the Kansas City Chiefs.
awesome.
I like
Um,
that.
what what year was that though? From that clip,
Uh, that was this year.
that was this year. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How did you guys do that season?
We did good. We ended up because we ended up taking first place.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You see, you hear that, Carlos?
Yeah.
You take first place.
They won the
So
championship. Yeah.
yeah. So and like you told Jace earlier, you played a little bit of flag too.
I
You got
did.
any questions for Jason regarding the flag, or do you want to tell him a little bit about your experience, or Jason, do you got any questions for him?
What was the best part about flag football to you?
Best part about flag football, I'm gonna say that you don't have to wear those pads. Like I feel like those pads it makes you like claustrophobic and stuff. Like to be honest, like that that's one of the reasons why I don't play tackle. So yeah, so playing flag football, like you get to just run. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah,
Travell, I need you to help Carlos here.
you don't get tackled.
Tell him that those pads, when you get contact, how good it
I
feels.
think you're glitching.
Hmm?
It feels good because
He
when
said
you
it was
hit like the kid coming at you, it makes it feel like you get stronger and stuff.
Yeah,
I think he said I was glitching. Can y'all hear me okay?
yeah, we could. I could.
You're glitching a little though.
Okay. You hear that, Carlos?
Yeah, I have.
It's a great feeling, man.
Yeah,
But you're going into you're a junior now, so I don't know if right now would be a good time for you to put your pads on right now for the first time.
yeah. Nah, I'm nah. Right now, I'm committed to basketball. Right now, basically getting that scholarship offer.
All right.
Just focus on that.
So one more thing, I'm gonna let Carlos bring this in. You did mention in the green room before we came out here. Um, you played at in an NBA arena before, right, Jace?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about that experience that you have played.
I think he's glitching out.
Oh, oh yeah,
It was
he kind of
great. The competition.
okay. We having a little technical difficulties here, but yeah, he might have to log out and come back in.
Yeah, probably.
He's going he's going to have to log out and come back in. So we gonna have to pivot here until
All right.
Jace comes back.
Yeah.
Um, so oh, here he
Oh,
is.
there he is. He back.
Hey, that's a great thing about being live. You never know what's gonna happen. We always live and uncut.
Yeah, uncut.
So go ahead. Tell us again about your experience of playing on the
It
NBA
was
court.
great. The competition was great, and we were third graders playing sixth graders,
Oh my god.
and we
Right.
won. And we won.
Right.
Wow.
You hear the third graders playing sixth graders and they beat them.
And after
Wow.
So
that, we even got to like watch the Spurs play.
Oh wow.
yeah, that
Amazing.
was that was amazing. How was that experience for you?
But I'm a Houston Rockets fan.
Okay, so it's a little bit different.
Oh, it's different. You're a Houston fan, but you watched
Watching
the
Spurs.
Spurs play. Yeah. Who was the Spurs going against that day?
I think the that's hard to remember. I don't think I remember that.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
It's all right.
But Carlos wanted to. Well, I'll let you bring it in, Carlos. You have a surprise for Jace.
Yes, I have two clips here, Jace, of
You
my
got to bring
second.
it. You got to bring it in,
Oh,
Carlos.
no,
You got to let them know.
no, 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 but right now I'm giving him like context, and then I bring up the content.
Yeah, I know you. Okay, I
The
thought you was about to.
context, then the content. You feel me? All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So here's my second time at the Heat Arena. First time I don't have film on it. That was when I was in recreational, but this one
Oh,
was actually travel.
Vamos, Carlitos. Buen pase. Ahí.
Yeah.
nice. Were you the one who got the rebound and put it back up?
Yep. Yeah. So I kind of knew he was gonna airball. That was my guy Kyle. Yeah, so shout out to Kyle Castro. He plays at Archbishop High School in Florida as well. So yeah, so he airballed it. Kind of knew he was gonna airball it because I think that was an NBA range three he shot. So, so it, and I just kind of saw it coming and left hand layup, easy.
It looked like it was an and one because it looked like he pushed you from the back a little.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a strong guy too that I had to deal with. All right,
Yeah,
here's the
he looked solved.
second clip.
You can get it! Go, Carlito! Go, 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 go.
You can get it!
Yeah, so that was second clip. Getting a rebound, giving off to my brother. Actually, that was actually my brother that I gave it to, and he gave it to the big guy, and he kind of fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
That
he
guy,
see
that
he
guy
cut
looked,
that part out.
that guy looked tall.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
And shout out to Miss Vilma that you heard on the that you heard in the clip. That's their biggest supporter. Uh,
Yeah,
um, as a shout out to Miss V. I know you're watching. Shout out.
yeah,
We have we have we used to always have joke with her, right, Carlos? That
yeah,
she's very intense at those games.
yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's like I think last year. And
That
we'll,
that's my mom basically,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
moms are
and my
very
dad.
and his
um,
dad too.
yeah. You got passionate parents. That's good though. But moms are normally the most passionate.
Yes, sir.
But the loudest I've ever heard her scream was last year. When Carlos's brother Christian hit that game winning three against
Mm.
Western
Oh,
High School.
Wait, guys, Western or
No, it was not Western. It was
the orange and black school, right?
Gibbon something.
Or was the court like orange and black? Or
I don't remember the name of the court. I just remember your mom screaming.
no, but the color of the court, the looks, the video.
It was you were there. It was for Cypress Bay,
Yes.
and when he hit that game winning three.
Yeah.
That was right before the playoffs.
Yeah. I remember that very well. Yeah, he hit a single leg three, single legged.
dang.
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
momentum going into it, single legged, boom, got it,
What
and
did
he
he
got.
do after he did it? Like, did everyone tackle him?
Uh, they just jumped on him.
I don't know what's up with us, man. When we celebrate, we beat each other up. I don't
Yeah,
understand that,
that's my team.
especially if
When we won the Wii ball, like I be all since like Des Des my teammate when he made the layup and after that they got the ball and time ran out, like all of our parents and like ran on the court
Oh
and
wow,
I like fell on the ground because like my teammate was so hyped. He like I think that was Keelan. He did like a little push and I fell on the ground.
you see
Keelan.
those moments are fun for you guys, but it is a nightmare to us coaches
Why?
when we're in those moments because we don't have no control of what's going on that court. We're telling you where to go, and then we're like, no, okay, good. We're like, and then you win those intense moments, those clutch. It's like they're so unpredictable, which is why they're so special because they're unpredictable. Like Aaron Gordon's and that
His
Oh
alley oop.
yeah.
the alley oop dunk yesterday to take that home. See, that's why those moments are special because they're unpredictable. I still say
Yeah.
Jokic. I still say
Wait,
Jokic.
did Jokic? Yeah, I didn't think he probably didn't throw like the lob. He tried to shoot it and make it, and then Aaron Gordon was just there and like put it. That's what you did, Carlos, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. He shot it basically over his head, airballed badly, but Aaron Gordon was there. Boom, dunked it. Game over. And now what is it like 2-2? Series 2-2?
Yeah, their series is 2-2.
Yeah.
Yep. That one's definitely going to 7. I got Nuggets in 7.
Nuggets in 7.
You
I got Clippers in 7.
got Clippers in 7.
Yeah.
So Jace, what you
So,
got? Nuggets or Clippers?
Nuggets
You got Nuggets in
oh
what?
7 probably.
7? I like that, Jace. Okay. Oh, Swaggy J. Sorry, Swaggy J.
Swaggy J. So here's a question for me
Oh.
from Beats by the One Production, which is my brother. He says, Coach Tony, how many basketball championships have you won? And which one was your favorite one? Uh, one.
I think back to those 80s and 70s.
I, I'm about to kick you off. You the,
wait, wait, Tony, you're glitching out.
I said I'm about to kick you off the show, and you're the co-host. 80s and 70s. I was an infant. I was a pup in the 80s, and I wasn't even born yet in the 70s.
All right.
I was born in 79. You guys, so you trying
79.
to? That's a Swaggy J. We raw and uncut.
Yeah.
So, how many championships have I won?
I feel like you've won
I
a lot.
say I say
I,
overall, I'll say in about 15 years of coaching, the ones that matter, I'll say about I run four league championships. I won two in rec league and two in intermediate league. Um, I would say though my most famous favorite one, Travell, was the one that we went head to head on. I think that's my favorite one because it was the most challenging because you knew everything that I was going to do. So when we went head to head, that had to be my favorite most favorite championship right there.
For
Only because
sure.
of the not because I beat you, it's just because of the competition. You knew everything that I was going to do.
Hmm. All right.
So same question. I'm gonna start with you, Carlos.
For me,
Yeah, how many championships have you won, and which one was your favorite?
let's see. I won a lot. I won a lot of championships. I'll say that. I was MVP for some. Got to take home some trophies. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That yeah, there's no exact count.
Which one is your favorite,
Which
Carlos?
one's
Which
my
one?
favorite? I would say okay. Okay, I got a good one. All right, so it was a local tournament, right? Championship game. It was me against my ex team,
Myrtle Beach.
and I beat my ex team for the championship.
Nice.
That was sweet. That was bittersweet indeed.
And
No.
Swaggy J, how many championships have you won, and which one was your favorite?
I'm probably in like the 30s, like in rings, like in the 30s or like 40s. And my favorite one is the picture, like the wee ball one in San Antonio.
So we're referring to this
Yeah,
one. Sorry,
yes, sir.
Carlos.
Yes,
Damn,
sir,
you
that one.
covered me like that, Tony. All right. And I guess that's payback from the
Yeah, that's
70s,
paybacks
80s
from the
comment.
70s, 80s comments, man. You think everybody that's because we not everybody is that old, Carlos.
Hey,
You guys think anybody that's over 30 is
yeah,
old
no.
and walk with canes and stuff.
I know nowadays people call you guys unks now.
Man,
Yeah.
if you call me Unc, I'm gonna remove you from the show. But yeah, and going back to mine, my brother put in there, and I won by a buzzer beater. Yeah, we did win by a buzzer beater. It was actually my big. Um, I was going back and forth with him because he likes to shoot, and I wanted him to because he was the tallest one out there. I wanted him to get in the
Mm.
paint, and he wanted to stay out on the perimeter like he was a guard. And we used to fight. I fought with him all season. But before that game, he was like, I had a dream last night that I shot a buzzer beater from the corner, and
Oh wow.
it wasn't from the corner, but we won the game by him shooting a buzzer beater from the side. It was a little outside the key, so it wasn't from the corner, but it was from the side on the key, and so that's that was
So basically, his
uh,
dream is what he. So
so
basically,
yeah,
his dream was like was like what he did in the game, but like from a different spot.
yeah, same spot but a little bit closer. So let's see. So before we get to our final the final activity we're going to do, which we're always going to end this show with a little competition. You
For
know,
sure.
we're always going to do end this show with a little competition. But we have um, in the chat there is a link that's pinned to the top. If you click that, you can come on the show and you can ask Swaggy J any questions or any comments or words of inspiration that you want to give Mr. Swaggy J. So the links in the chat. All you gotta do is click the chat. I mean, click the chat. Click the link. It'll bring you in, and then we'll add you onto the show, and then you can speak with Swaggy J. Is that okay with you, Swaggy J?
Yes, sir.
You to talk to your audience.
Yes, sir.
And while we do that, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the game that we're gonna play. All right.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna stick to basketball since you guys are both basketball players. All right.
All right.
You two are the captains of your squads.
Oh.
You two are the captains of your squads. You guys are going head to head. It's the championship game,
Oh.
and you guys are the only ones left. Your whole teams are injured. You get to pick anybody to play in the championship game. You get to pick 4 people in your championship game, and then whoever you pick, we're gonna have the people our audience members in the chat is gonna pick who wins to crown the champion,
All
and
right.
then after that, Mr. Carlos is gonna give you a little basketball trivia, Jace,
All
Okay.
right.
and let's see if you can get 5 right.
All right.
Okay, so guys, like I said, you want to call in, click the link, and you can speak one on. You can speak to Mr. Swaggy J, ask your questions, and don't worry, he's a dog, but he's not going to bite you. So, speaking of nicknames, Swaggy J, how many nicknames do you have?
Till my dad calls me Woo Woo WOO.
Say that
Woo
again.
Woo. He calls me Woo Woo
Oh,
WOO.
Woo Woo. And you said you had 2. What was the other one?
Swaggy J was the other one.
Oh, you can't. Oh, you taking the nickname I gave you. Oh, that's what's up. Fist bump on the screen. Fist bump on the screen. That's my guy. Okay, it looks like they're at least like you intimidated the audience. They don't want to call in, Swaggy J. So I guess we'll start with your all time starting 5. Okay. So Swaggy J, since you're the guest, you get to pick your squad first.
So me at my 1, at my 2, give me Michael Jordan. At my 3, LeBron. At my 4, Tim Duncan. And at my 5, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Ooh, that is a killer. That is a killer squad. He got
All right.
him at the
If
point.
and if we did 6-man, give me Yao Ming.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
All
he
right.
picked a 6-man. Oh, so Carlos,
Yo,
man, he came out with the gloves off and swinging bare knuckles at you.
he
He's trying to
definitely did.
he's trying to get a first round knockout on you, boy.
Yeah.
He got he got the GOAT MJ
Yeah.
as his shooting guard. Then he has LeBron James
Braun.
as his small forward. He got Tim Duncan, who is
Yeah.
literally the best small forward ever. And then he
Yep.
put Hakeem the Dream out there on you to top it all off. And then he
Yeah.
got Yao Ming coming off the bench. Bro, how you gonna combat that? Hey,
Pretty easy.
should I just give the crown to Swaggy J right now?
And
And just save you a knockout?
not so fast. All
Not
right.
so fast? Okay.
Yeah. All
You
right.
you wanna hear what he got, Swaggy? You think he got a chance? You think he got a chance,
No,
Swaggy J?
I don't think he
Like I
got
say,
a
we're
chance.
live. Remember, we're live. We're not.
If it was like the playoffs and stuff, and we did like a 4-0 run, I think I would sweep him.
All right.
Oh.
How about you just
Man,
wait till
he's got a lot of Carlos for you before you swing back.
what's up?
One thing I like about Swaggy J, man, I can tell that, man, he has a lot of heart, man. He's
He
fearless.
does. He
He's coming
does.
at you. He's coming at you,
He does. Definitely.
bro. You gotta put this youngster in his place. So
Definitely does.
what you got? You
All
ready?
right.
You ready, Swaggy J? You ready,
All right.
Swaggy J?
You
You
ready?
ready to hear his squad?
Yes, sir.
And
Oh,
I
he's
did beat
ready.
Bruce in the last episode
He sure did.
in football.
Oh.
So hey, I'm bringing back for basketball. All right. So me at the point, as shooting guard, I got prime Steph Curry. Prime Steph Curry. At forward, okay, you got LeBron. At forward, give me Giannis at that forward. At that, at the other forward, you got Tim Duncan. Give me, give me Kevin Durant at that other forward. And then
Thank
for
God.
us,
Thank God he didn't say Kevin Garnett because
KG.
yeah, you remember what he said to him?
Hmm?
He said something to him during playoffs or
Yeah,
something.
just give me an idea for a 6-man. All right, so for center, I'm gonna go for, let's see, you said Hakeem Olajuwon, right? So let's see. Give me Shaq. Give me Shaq at that center. And then for 6-man,
Which Shaq? Orlando Magic Shaq, Lakers Shaq, or Miami Heat Shaq? Which
My
one?
whole team's in prime.
give me Prime Shaq, whatever that was. Orlando,
You taking
Lakers.
you taking MVP Shaq in 2001?
Yeah, the Orlando one, right?
No,
Or no?
2001, Carlos.
What, 2001? That was before I was born.
Oh my gosh, you gonna get us canceled.
Canceled.
They're gonna be like, man, what?
Hey,
MVP Shaq, 2001, Lakers. That's Lakers Shaq.
all right, Laker Nation. All right, Laker Nation. All right, 6-man. I
I'm working on him.
got.
I'm working on him, Swaggy J. He has a lot of basketball. He has a lot of sports knowledge, but sometimes, I gotta reel him back in.
Yeah, not like 90s and stuff. All right, so
Swaggy,
for the 6-man, I got. I'm gonna go with Kevin Garnett at that 6-man.
He's not
wow,
gonna be able to guard Yao Ming.
I got
wow,
Kevin Garnett,
no
Shaq.
Kobe, no Larry Bird,
Nah,
Oh,
no
I
Will
forgot about Kobe.
Chamberlain, no
well
Larry,
because
no Chamberlain.
because I was at the point. Well, if I wasn't at the point, I would have chose probably Kobe at the point. But since I was at the point, I
Okay,
yeah.
so we got Carlos, who's gonna be guarding you, Jace.
Yep.
You got Steph Curry, who's gonna be matched up with Jordan.
Prime.
You got
No.
Giannis matched up with LeBron.
That's
Well,
crazy.
he usually
If
gets the best of LeBron.
If you're doing prime Curry, give me prime MJ.
Wow. All right. But Prime Curry could hit them threes though. Prime.
Let's see.
Do
You got
you forget about MJ's defense?
oh,
Well, Steph Curry's gonna be running all around, all over the place. He's gonna be
Yeah, but
running all over the place and hitting them threes.
MJ is probably just gonna be driving.
Damn, I think everybody's going for Jace here.
Man, you
Damn, what are these people? Oh my gosh.
wow,
What?
Jace is winning by a
Let's go.
landslide.
I got Giannis.
One person just said they didn't even vote. They just said Carlos lost.
No, I think that was your brother. That was Beats by the One. Oh,
Oh, Sierra said Jace got it.
That's my
Wow,
mom.
it's 5-0
oh yeah.
already.
My gosh, who are these people?
See, Carlos,
Coach Kiso said me, I think.
Oh
man,
really?
they all voting for Jace here.
Yeah, he's kind of like the
Man,
home side here. He's kind of like the home team right now, and I'm like the away team, kind of,
man,
with his squad coming in here.
man, his squad's putting in work on you, boy.
Yeah, his squad is doing something.
Man, I guess he's used to blowouts because
I can't even see what's happening.
I mean he's used to blowouts because boy he's blowing you out right now.
What
You got to at least
if-
get one vote.
Yeah, I
if it
know.
was a championship game, Carlos, who do you what do you think the score would be?
Between my team and your team, let's see. Probably a high scoring game. You know, or
Yeah.
probably a high scoring because I got Curry, I got me. Probably 95-90, my team. High scoring. Barbecue
Kiso.
for Jordan.
He said Steph Curry. Hey, but Jordan got to chase him off those screens though.
Yeah, he does. 130-90. Here, look, I'll put it up.
Home.
All right.
40? No way.
Give me 1 second, guys. Carlos. Carlos. Handle it. Real quick.
150 to 70.
That's just crazy. By 80? Even with Curry, Giannis, KD, Shaq, and KG there? No
Shout
way.
out to Cyrus. Shout out to Cyrus too.
Hey, but yesterday, Jace, when I was going up against Bruce, when I was going up against him with like football lineups, like I had to choose the best offense, he had to choose the best defense. Like I swept him. Like I chose the best offense over him, and I chose the best defense over him.
All right, I'm gonna pivot here. I'm gonna give Carlos a chance to redeem himself because it looks like Jace is smoking you. Jace is
Okay, what are we doing? Okay, what are we doing now?
All right, all right. So we'll say that game went to Jace by a landslide.
Landslide's crazy. Jay's got the defensive team, and they can score.
All right. So for round two. Okay, so for round two, we're going to pivot to football.
Yes.
But what we're going to do, instead of him picking up a full squad, you guys get to pick a quarterback receiver duo. You get to pick a quarterback receiver duo, and they have to score on
Of all time or right now?
whoever you want.
Could be all time. All right.
But the wide receiver duo has to go against Prime Darrell Revis and Revis Island.
Oh. I already know who I'm picking.
So you pick your quarterback who's throwing it to your receiver.
All right.
So Jace went first last time. So Carlos, you go first on this time. Who's your quarterback, and who's your receiver that you're gonna get? And they have one shot at this at getting a touchdown.
What all time wide receivers?
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna go all time here. Quarterback. I'm gonna go for Tom Brady. Prime Tom
No,
Brady. Yep.
dang it.
Yep. Yep. Jace.
And who's your receiver?
My- Receiver or receivers?
No, you get one.
Okay,
Your
one receiver.
duo is
It's two.
one
Yeah.
receiver.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna go for Randy Moss.
Randy Moss on Darrell
dang
Revis.
it.
Okay, so you got Tom Brady throwing to. I remember Tom Brady is just standing there and throwing to him,
Yeah.
but Randy Moss has to go 1-on-1 with Darrell Revis.
Yeah. He got Moss.
All right, Jace. He got Tom
Wait,
Brady and Randy Moss. Who do you have?
I don't know. I might go for rookie CJ, uh, Joe Montana,
Joe
Oh,
Montana.
okay. See,
All
Joe
right.
Montana.
and then as my wide receiver, give me Megatron.
Oh, he's got Megatron going up against Darrell Revis. So we got. So Carlos has Tom Brady throwing it to Randy Moss again, 1-on-1 with Darrell Revis. This is Revis Island, Darrell Revis, and then we have Joe Montana throwing it to Megatron, 1-on-1. Chat. Who won this battle? Does Carlos redeem himself, or is Swaggy J going for a clean sweep?
You might win. It just
I
depends
I
if the
will.
fans are on my side.
Hmm.
he, he is pivoting to the. He is pleading his case.
He's playing it to the jury, but hey,
Fans,
jury's on his
please,
side.
He's
please.
pleading his case. All right. Who y'all got? Who won this episode? Who won round two? Dun 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 dun.
Jace
Cyrus Too Tough
barely. All right.
says, "All right, Jace barely.
I think you have me on the QB, but wide receiver, I don't think so.
Well,
Boy,
Randy
do
Moss,
you know about Megatron?
Calvin Johnson. Eh,
Look, he's got the
but
rock. He's ready for you. He want that 1v1 with you, Carlos. Are
hmm,
you sitting on the floor?
no, no, I'm just laying back in my chair right now.
Oh, wow,
Again, oh, the
Jace
jury.
again.
The
I think
jury's
these are.
still
I
on his
think these are. I
side.
think these are
And
all
that's
Jace.
my
I think these are all Jace's fans.
Yeah, that's close to Sierra.
Sarah says it's close.
that's my mom.
Whoa.
Shout out to
Yes.
mom. Shout out to mom.
Hey, come on, mom, you got this. Come on.
I
Thank
think
you,
you need.
Mom.
I think you need to walk in there and tell your mom to vote for you, Carlos.
No.
Yeah, Kiso, shout out to Kiso, but
Uh, you, well, he has 3. Man, y'all don't like my co-host. Y'all don't like his team.
And the crowd's on his side. Like,
All right. Um, do you want us to continue, or do you want to just surrender the crown to Jace?
hmm?
Do you want this to continue, or do you want to just surrender the crown to Jace?
It, it kind of looks like it's not gonna go to me, so yeah, so give it to Jace. Darn it.
Jace, congratulations, man! You are
thank you.
the king of the show, Swaggy J. So
Thank you.
as the show progresses, like I said, we're going to give awards, but I'm gonna get in contact with your parents. So the Be Ready Sports podcast is going to give you something for winning today. So congratulations, Chase.
Thank you.
Rios has the most interceptions against
But
Brady.
Revis is a tough one. Revis is a tough one though.
Yeah.
So
Megatron, I think Megatron would probably. I don't think like maybe he would beat him by his speed or like the cornerback would probably tip it maybe and Megatron may like catch it.
Keith brought up a very good point though, Carlos.
Yeah, I
He
saw
does.
that.
he does have the most interceptions against Brady.
Oh,
Good to know.
So shout out to Coach Kiso.
yeah.
Um, we're gonna do a we're gonna do a show on AAU, Coach Kiso, sometime in July. So I would like to reach out to you because so you can come on here as a coach
Yeah, from a coach's standpoint,
from a coach's standpoint.
and then me from a player standpoint.
Oh, you want to be a part of that? Oh, you are going to be a
Well, why
part of that.
not?
And if
Like,
Be the
and if
co-host.
and if we do like the wide receiver thing, like, are you talking about like route or just deep? Go straight.
You're talking about a go. Of course, you got to run routes. You got to score a touchdown on them. You got to score a touchdown on them. So before you give your shout outs, Swaggy J. Um, like I said, we like to have fun, but we gonna test you. We gonna test your knowledge.
so
All right. So we are going
Thanks.
to.
Kisa help me.
So all right, Coach Kiso. I'll get your information, and then we'll put that together.
set it up.
So Carlos, do you have your trivia questions for Swaggy J?
Um, yeah, like a couple.
Swaggy J looks like he's ready. Okay, you got to get 5.
All right,
Are you won the head to head? But we're gonna test your knowledge. Okay.
all right, Jace. So, which NBA player was nicknamed the Big Dipper? I don't know if you remember that.
What?
If you
Can you
watch
give me a hint?
yesterday's
What team he played on?
if
Team.
he didn't watch yesterday's show, because if you'd have watched yesterday's show, he knew that he would have had the answer.
He.
Where's Transformer when you need him?
Yeah, I know, right?
He's probably gonna throw his phone at you. This is way before Jace's time. He has he's the one that scored 100 points in a basketball
Oh,
game.
you gave
That's
it
really,
Wilt Chamberlain.
bro. You give it away, Tony. Yes,
Man,
it is Will.
look, he's 10, man. That's like that was before his dad's time.
All right. Okay, Jay. So you're a big Houston Rockets fan, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So when was the Houston Rockets inaugural game? Like year. I'm just go for year.
When
He
you
asked me
say
this type
you're glitching a little.
of. What happened,
You were
Jace?
glitching a little. Can you say it again?
Yeah. Which year was the Houston Rockets inaugural game? Like their first game. What year was it?
Wait,
Tony asked me this.
you keep glitching.
Wait, Tony, you heard
You
me,
can
right?
say it now. You.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
good.
I couldn't.
Would you
I couldn't hear you. You were glitching. I think.
you can hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So when was the Houston Rockets inaugural game? Year. What year was it? Tony asked me this type of question yesterday.
Is it
I
19?
give you
Wait,
I give you a hint, Jace.
Okay, good.
19.
I give you a hint, Jace, so you don't get it.
1967.
Yeah, 1967.
Are you are you sure, Carlos?
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, it was on October 14th, 1967.
You said no.
What?
You said
I said it.
Houston Rockets first game. That was when they were in San Diego.
Okay. Well, their inaugural game, I guess, as the Rockets.
Houston's first game was in 1972.
Okay, well the Rockets' inaugural game was on October 14, 1967 at the International Sports Center.
They were the San Diego. They were in San Diego then. Their first
Oh,
game in Houston. You asked them the Houston Rockets. Houston, when they were
yeah.
in Houston, it was in 1972.
Okay, well I'm not that old, Tony. I'm not that
You
old.
asked the question. You gotta have the answer.
Yeah, but and I searched it up. Houston Rockets inaugural game.
I apologize, Swaggy J.
Bro,
I,
I literally searched it up.
I apologize, Swaggy J.
No, no.
Okay, how
Who
about
was the Swaggy J? Who was the tallest point guard to ever play in the NBA?
I don't know this one.
That's a good one because point guards are like not usually as tall. Uh, Magic Johnson.
Yes, you got it. Congratulations. That's
Wow.
2. Magic Johnson, yes, tallest point guard, 6'9". So now that you know who Magic Johnson was the tallest point guard, who was the shortest?
Okay.
Muggsy Bogues.
Yep.
Muggsy Bogues. Good job.
Muggsy.
You over here asking a 10-year-old questions from the 70s.
Well, to be fair, you asked me these type of questions yesterday on the podcast with Bruce.
Yeah, but you are a journalist.
Yeah,
You
but
know this. You know this stuff.
yeah, but currently,
He's a 10-year-old hooper.
yeah, but currently, yeah, well, and I know stuff currently, not like back in
I
the
got you.
80s.
I got your back, Carlos, but I got Swaggy J's back on this one. You can't be asking questions from the 50s.
All right, all right, all right. I was probably a little bit,
Shut up, Travell.
Coach Tony was the shortest
Time when
PG.
I was the shortest point guard ever. Shut up.
He was this.
All right, I'll give you one more. He's got 4 right.
He does, yeah.
So I'll give you one more so he can get 5. No, matter of fact, we're gonna switch it up. Jace, give Carlos a trivia question for the 5th one.
Right.
I might not even know it though, but who won the NBA championship in 2014?
The San Antonio Spurs.
You gave him a layup.
San Antonio Spurs.
And who did they beat?
They beat LeBron James' Miami Heat.
You notice he had to put LeBron James on there?
Yeah, the Big Three era. That was when the Big Three era. That was it. After that,
That was like kind of in his prime.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give a couple minutes to see if anyone wants to call in and speak to you. If not, we're gonna wrap this up. So the link, like I said, the link is in the chat. It's the link is pinned to the chat at the top. Go ahead and click that link, and you would come in and yeah, you can speak to Swaggy J. I'll give you 60 seconds. Do 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 do. Oh, I better stop. I'm on copyright. I'm on copyright. So, Jace, what's the most fun you had on the court?
Probably in the Wii ball.
The Wii ball?
Mhm.
That's what's up. So, before we let you go, we're gonna let
Or maybe in Myrtle Beach,
you.
because it was fun in there.
Okay, okay. So before we let you go, Jace, there's one thing that I want to talk that I want to let the audience know. Yeah, you're about to play in Vegas soon, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that Vegas, the Vegas tournament that you're going
It's
to.
it's in July, and we're doing it in the summer, and I think I have a fundraiser for it.
Yeah. Right. So tell us a little bit about your fundraiser. This is Jace's fundraiser here that I have on the screen. So Jace, tell the audience. Well, let me move the banner. Let me move the ticker. So tell them a little bit about the fundraiser, or you can have your dad help you out if you need him to.
Yeah.
So in mid-July, we're going to Vegas. So any donations always helps us out for food, travel, expenses. It doesn't matter how much, if anything, we're always appreciative of anything that we ever get. So, but anything helps.
And then we're going, and then we're going. So to send your donations, what you would do is you'll pick a basketball here, and I will have it also posted in our Instagram page, and you'll just pick a basketball here, and you'll cash app it to Jace at $Agv8523. Yeah, any donation that you would like will help Jace reach his goal of getting to Las Vegas. And the Be Ready Sports Podcast, we're also going to help you get there as well, Jace.
Definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
So we're going
Also,
to send you donations as well.
Thank you.
definitely. Also,
You're
by the
welcome.
way, Jace. So last summer, I actually played in Vegas last summer. All right, so let me give you some little notes to tell you about Vegas. I was there in July last summer for a tournament as well in Vegas, right?
How was it?
It was actually nice. That was the farthest I've ever been to play a basketball game. It was amazing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, going to these out of town thingies, it's you're there for business, but also it's an experience. You know what I mean? Like going to Vegas,
Yeah.
that's like a dream. You know what I mean? Especially going down that strip of Las Vegas. You know what I mean? You get to see all the lights, all
Yeah,
the
and you can see all like the cool cars and the buildings and stuff.
definitely, definitely like yeah. And I also remember like when you walk out of that airport,
It feels
whew,
great.
well, not great.
When you walk out, it doesn't feel great, but when you walk in, like it feels great.
Oh yeah, wait, when you walk out of that airport, poof, it's gonna be hot air, like it's gonna be dry because remember, Las Vegas is in the desert, so you're gonna feel that hot air. It's gonna be a different animal, Jace. So be ready for that. But Las Vegas is gonna be amazing for you, man. It's gonna be really good.
What was the funnest thing you had to do in Vegas?
Funnest thing, I would say, seeing Las Vegas at night. You know what I mean? With all the lights, the strip. During my off time, like I would walk the strip of Las Vegas, and it's amazing. Yeah, it's an experience. It's a really nice experience, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
Oh
And
yeah.
make sure to stay hydrated
Hmm.
and all that, because it's gonna be 100 and something degrees in Las Vegas.
Yes,
So
sir.
be ready.
Yes, sir.
And
I,
you're also going to be down here in Florida pretty soon, right?
Yes, sir.
For balling on the beach, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, who knows? The Be Ready Sports podcast might surprise you. We might be there live and in person. We might pull you we might pull you from one of your games and do a live interview in person.
Mm.
No,
hey, we
but we
might.
are. We will. but we will be there to support you.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna see what time that you play, and so I'll make sure I'm there cheering you on from the front row.
For
Yes.
sure.
And I'm gonna have a Swaggy J shirt on.
Swaggy J.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one made and put your face on there and put Swaggy J. And I'm gonna put Be Ready Sports Podcast on the back. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, go. And who knows? Maybe I can talk Carlos into calling your games because he's very good at calling games. Tell Jace a little bit about that while we wait for somebody to call.
Yeah, so I did call some of my brother's games on Instagram Live. You know, it just started with me just recording and then just talking. You know what I mean? And that's what started my broadcasting, passion.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how long do you want to give them Jace to call you? I don't know if they're intimidated by you or not.
I'm good now.
Jace said he's good. He said he waited long enough, man.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to call in. He's like fine. But I'm gonna put your cash app back up there, Jace, for your fundraiser. We're gonna end it with this. And before you go, you have any shout outs you want to give?
The Thank you for having me on here, and Chronicles of the Hardwood Tan TV.
Yeah, we're giving a shout
And
out to
that's Keelan's podcast.
Kaylin right here.
Uh,
He's giving this shout out to Chronicles of the Hardwood. That's the podcast that his dad does. But Keelan has Key to Another Level, which Chronicles of the Hardwood is they're on Saturdays, Saturday afternoons. I know they have a similar time slot as us. They go on about 7:30 Central, which is 6:30 our time. And Key to Another Level, they are on Tan TV and Facebook, and Keelan goes live Thursdays 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern. So shout out.
And shout out my team fadeaway basketball program.
Shout out to Fadeaway and Coach Kiso. Shout out
yep.
to you
Coach Coop.
and Coach Coop.
Coach Coop, Coach Kiso, shout out.
Well, and you guys go out there and support Jace. Cash App is on the screen. Go ahead and support Jace. Let's help him get to Vegas, so he can have that experience. And wear a lot of sunscreen, my guy.
Yep.
And
Yes,
and also shout out to Swaggy J's hairstylist because he while he's out there on the court,
Z.
his stylist name is Z.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Z.
shout out Z.
Keelan's hairstylist, because you keep him on point. Even when he's out there playing defense, and he stays swaggy. Don't miss a beat. He just takes it out. He takes it out after the game. Takes his hair down and still be swaggy. So shout out to his hairstylist. If I still had hair, I would give you a call. So we talked about your fundraiser. We talked about basketball. We gave you shout outs. Is there any last words you want to say to your audience before we let you go?
Thank you guys for watching.
Awesome. Humble guy, man, a few words. Any last words you got, Carlos, that you want to give to Swaggy J? Any words of encouragement?
Hopefully we see each other again in June. Balling on the beach, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag Carlos out there.
If I'm available, I'll be down. But June is high school season, high school
Yeah, that is true.
preseason. But
That is true.
I'll try to get some time in. I'll try.
But I will be there for sure. I will be there for sure, Swaggy J. So I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out when you guys are playing. So I'm gonna make sure I check out your games. Um,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make sure you and Carlos stay in contact.
For sure, for
Um,
sure.
s- so you can pick his brain, give you some advice on the court or anything, or just get on his nerves. Just remind him how you smoked him on the show.
Chill, chill, chill.
Let me know when you come. Let me know when you come to Texas too.
Texas for sure. Got you.
Yeah. I'll be down in Texas very soon though. Um, my brother has a gospel retreat that's going on in June, so I will actually be there. I will actually be there in June, so I won't be too far from you, Jace.
Okay.
Maybe we can link up then.
Yeah,
So
yes, for sure.
Definitely.
it was a pleasure. We will have to do this again. Get you on the show again. You were a phenomenal guest, and I hope you had a lot of fun here.
Okay, thank you
But
for having me.
But we can't just click in. We can't just in the stream like that, man. That's not the Be Ready Sports way, man. We got to go out swaggy. We got to go out swaggy. So what we're gonna do is Carlos is gonna call it out.
Yeah.
He's gonna say to be ready, and Swaggy J, you say stay ready, and
Yes,
we
sir.
out. And then we all together will say and we out.
All right, we ready?
So you ready to
Yes.
count? Sorry, sheesh.
Okay.
You ready,
Come on,
dude?
Tony.
Hey, get it together. Get it together,
Okay.
coach. Get it
You
together.
ready?
You ready? Count us out, Carlos.
All right. 3, 2, 1. To be ready.
You have to stay ready.
All right,
And
y'all. We out.
and we out. Oh, we gotta say that together. And we out.
And
We
we out.
out.